Hello, how's everyone been doing? Sorry it's been a while. So I've just been in the garden. The wind is horrendous. I've just seen still because Happy Little Camber did point out that on the tarp that come with the, that's just silicone that by the way, just ignore that because I did it with an old brush. I've just silicone sealed the stitching along the top of this tarp that came, excuse the fingers, that came with this the tarp, because I didn't realise, but it's not actually seam sealed, but I think it is actually sort of doubled over, so one piece of material does overlap the other, but just to be on the safe side, I've just gone along and seam sealed it there. I was hoping to get out into the woods and do a hammock camp, but as you can see, the winds, I don't know what they've been like where you are, but they've been ridiculous. And I had to walk through the woods with Ollie the other day, and there was trees coming down all over the place and branches. Look, this is that little wild meadow bit that I planted in the garden. Anyhow, so I thought I'd just get on and get that done. And just have a quick chat. Yeah, I've not uploaded. Basically, I'm not having sympathy or anything, by the way, just telling you why, but I've not been too good lately. I haven't been too good for a while, to be honest, with this pain in my side that's internal. I've had scans and that, and they're showing that sigmoid diverticulitis. It's all to do with the cancer treatment that I had. It's basically burst open. One of the side effects of it is that it, as well as giving me pneumonitis, which is all inflammation of your lungs, which obviously affects my breathing, even though I've had numerous steroids to clear it. And another side effect was diverticulitis, which basically means inflammation of your bowels and your colon and your things. So basically, if you've ever watched a snake eating a mouse or anything, and you watch that mouse, it opens its mouth and it swallows it, and you see it getting pushed along, right, that's basically what that tube does for your, well, you know, your number two. And what's happened there is, where that muscle, you've got a lining and then the muscle behind, and that muscle pushes it along. Well, my lining's all burst open, so all that muscle's just open to the elements, and it's all infected, and it's getting worse and worse every day. I'm basically in, from a scale of 1 to 10, I'm in about a number 6 or 7 pain. Each day, 24/7. There's no letting up from it. And if I start walking, it makes it worse. I start bending, it makes it worse. If I have something to eat, that obviously makes it worse because it swells and it'll take it up to like a 8, 9 or 10. I've literally been, well, I'm not bothered to say, I've literally sat and cried with the pain because it's starting to get me down. It's just 24/7. So I'm sick of going to doctors. I'm sick of having tests done. We have to do it, don't you? But anyway, so I'm not having a sympathy, I'm just saying this is why I haven't uploaded for the past 10 days. I've just been in so much pain, guys. I was going to try and get the the hammock tent, and I don't normally video my camps, and people say, do you actually camp? I do, but it's like, I've been watching a lot of YouTube. Let's have a chat about this actually. Been watching a few YouTube outdoor channels lately. Well, that I used to watch, you know, some of the bigger channels and that. Oh, let me grab a seat here. Straighten you up. Bring you down. And none of them are doing particularly well anymore. Channels that used to, I think what happened was the COVID came along. Everybody started watching. That was the time, if you were going to do an outdoors channel, that was it. Time to start it. It's blown about a bit. That was the time to start it, and they just blew up. They went mental. But now things have calmed down. I mean, they used to do camping videos, and they're basically all the same thing, aren't they? I walk in, set up a tent, show you the arrangements in the tent to sleep and things and all that, make a meal, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, zip open the door, have a look out, pack the tent away and go. And that's the format that they all follow, because there's not really anything else to do in the camp and wild camping format, really, is there? I mean, there's obviously the bushcraft side of things if you want to watch that, which adds something a little bit different, and there's channels that have sort of put their own twist on things, and obviously that's helped them succeed. But all in all, the channels that did the normal sort of wild thingy was on. I'm trying to see where that sun is. Just after COVID and through COVID and that, they did really well, and they were getting, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50,000, 60,000 views of videos like that. Now those same channels now, even though they've got quite a lot of subscribers, some of them, you know, 20, which in this niche, 20, 30,000 subscribers is good, they're only getting 200, 300 views of those camping videos. I don't really think people are that interested anymore in them, and that's why I don't film mine. And it can be a chew on, you know, you just want to go out and chill yourself. People are more interested, well, for me anyway, people are more interested in watching what budget gear I can show them and offer them. So that's what I stick to. Like I said, I'm just saying, I'm never going to film my camps. I probably will, but they don't do particularly well. You don't get many very views, so that's it. I mean, even like, say, Paul Mesner's channel and things like that, if you look at his views from what they were, he's not getting that many views. Well, he's obviously hitting sort of 6, 7, 8,000 views. But this time last year, Paul's videos were getting 50, 60,000 views, 30,000 views, 20 views, you know, within hours. And now it's not. It's taking him days to get to that. So something is happening. So I think we have to start thinking about how we can bring something a little bit different to the thing. Because I was watching Chris Blot Outdoors the other night. I like Chris, by the way, fantastic lad. Blot Outdoors show. Yeah, I find him funny. He's a Marmite type of channel, isn't he? You either love him or you hate him. I like him. He's just a lad, a bloke. But I was watching, I don't normally watch the premieres, but I was watching his premiere, and I was quite shocked, to be honest, to see that the chats were coming up on the TV, because I watch most channels on the TV, and he was getting some really bad comments, you know, I'm getting sick of this same thing all the time now, just the same thing, the same banter. They were having a go at filming Little Mick. I think Little Mick on one of the videos must have weed himself or something, saying, oh, you're using Little Mick and all that, but he's not. Mick's a grown man. Obviously, he's only a little grown man. And I mean that in the nicest possible way, but he's a grown man with his own mind, and the mates, just like mates are. If Mick goes along and gets drunk with him, you know, so he's not. And he knows exactly what the score is with the filming. But yeah, like, oh, it's just the same thing over and over now. You just coming out, you're drinking your drink, you're getting smashed burgered and just waffle and shite. Well, that's what his channel's about. That's it. He's never said any different, has he? He's a good lad, and some people enjoy that. But I was surprised, because normally you don't see that many bad comments on Chris's videos. I've not seen them actually on the comments now, after the premiere's finished. It was just when I was watching the premiere, and like, it was more or less every other comment was saying, oh, this is just boring now, and you're an egotist and things like that. Well, he's not. Yeah, he's a smashing lad, really. But anyway, yeah. So I think people are looking for something a little bit. Man, if you're looking for something different, look at his channel. But yeah, I mean, there's some people hit the nail on the head, and you know, like Grizzly Gaz, where he's infused a little bit of mystery, a little bit spookiness, a little bit of history into it, and things like that. And even Paul now, he started, isn't he, Mesner's Meals? Another channel, I know, because he's hurt his knee and that, and he can't get up the things, but even he's having to sort of think of things to be a little bit more diverse within the camping niche, because people still want to watch camping related things. I just don't necessarily think that they're bothered very much these days about watching somebody just go walk in, you know, do what I said, the setup, eat, cook a meal, come home in the morning, you know. There's only so many times you can watch something like that, isn't there? I think there was another channel, is it Solo Summit, the Scottish girl? Summit, sorry if I've got your channel name wrong there. But she put a post up the other day saying she'd done this brilliant video, and it was brilliant. Honestly, it's like watching something in the cinema, a camping video. And it got like 100 something views, and she was like, why bother? You know, why bother? Yeah, she's done other videos, just in the back garden, no editing, no nothing, just doing something. Got like 8, 10, 12,000 views, so I don't know, it's a fickle thing, but yes, that's basically why I'm not. So that, I've literally just popped on to show you that I was seam sealing that, have a little chat about, well, YouTube in general and this niche in general and how things are going. Don't worry, I've still got a bag and stuff coming to show you. I've ordered a tent off Temu, and it's a trekking pole tent, and we're going to have a look at that when it comes. It should be next week. But if these winds die down, I'll get out and get this hammock in the woods and spend the night in it, because people have been interested. But Happy Little Camper did do one in the woods, his overnighter. So I've put that in the post. If you're interested, go and have a look at that. What else has been happening since I last uploaded 10 days ago? Not a lot, really. Like I say, I haven't really done a lot because I have been in so much pain. I posted a very handsome picture of me. Yeah, I did look like Elvis when I was younger, didn't I? I was a good looking lad. 3 marriages, parmos. Oh, if you don't know what parmos are, from another, it's a chicken fillet that's bashed out, breadcrumbed, and then it's coated in a cheesy bechamel sauce, and then topped with a load of cheddar cheese and grilled till it's all melted. And up here, that's the original one. Well, in fact, the original was a pork scallop that was breadcrumbed and then bechamel and then cheese sauce. But now we have all sorts of toppings, like pizza toppings. You know, you can have a hot shot that's got salami, jalapenos, chilies, full whack on them. Yeah, so 3 managers, beers, alcohol, and parmos. That's what's ruined me, but I'm still a good looking lad, just a fatter version. Right. Anyway, so I am still about. That's what I popped on to chat about. And yeah, and also, it's nothing to do with me, but if anybody donated to Gaz for Fendi, his little dog, well done. I'm sure that Gaz really appreciates it. I donated as well on his GoFundMe. I don't normally do GoFundMes, but it's different with a little dog. I remember some time ago there was a lad got his van broke into, and he lost all of his camping gear. And really, that's just daft, leaving all your gear in the van. And to be fair, he was quite a big channel, and a lot of his gear, he was already getting free stuff sent to him, tents and hammocks and tarps and things. And nobody even mentioned a GoFundMe page. And then a few weeks later, it's like, oh, somebody said I should set up a GoFundMe page, so I have done one. No, they didn't. Nobody even mentioned a GoFundMe page. I thought, I'm not paying for you to buy new gear. It's your own daft fault. But obviously with Frenzel Washington, it's a different ball game altogether, isn't it? He's a little creature, a little dog. He's Gaz's best friend, and he's in all of the videos. And we do all love Frenzel, don't we? We love her. She's beautiful. And you would do whatever you did. They're like your kids, aren't they? And if you had to ask people for money, and because you didn't have it to help your kids, then you would. And some people say, well, you know, that's what pet insurance is for. But Gaz couldn't get pet insurance on her because he took her on when she was 5. She had no medical history or anything like that. So the insurance wouldn't insure her. And you do get, you know, that does give you a bit of a problem, because we sort of come up with similar things with Ollie, even though he's 18 months old and we rescued him. But he had a little bit of medical history. Fenzi, she didn't have any medical history or anything, so it's an insurance, it's a gamble, you know. So yeah, and he's been doing as much work as possible, hasn't he, to earn some cash to pay for it, and it's a last resort. And it was everybody, he never even asked. It was all his subscribers saying, just Gaz, just give us a thing, I'll send you some money, set up a GoFundMe page. So he did. So yeah, that I'll quite happily put a few quid towards. And bloody hell, I think within a matter of days we got up to £14,000. And another thing to give Gaz his credit, he turned the GoFundMe off then. He hadn't even looked. Well, you wouldn't, would you? Because you think it's going to take you ages to reach the 5,000 that you originally wanted for the MRI. And as soon as he looked at it, saying it was that, he was like, no, this is ridiculous. So he switched it off, you know. There's only so much money. He wants to give money back, but he doesn't know how to. But I'll just say, I quite happily keep it, because he'd sold his car as well, his daily run around, to help fund for treatments and the consultations and everything. So I say, if you've got anything left, buy yourself another daily runner, Gaz, or donate it to another rescue centre. But by the looks of it, the prices that they are charging, he's looking at an £8,000 to £10,000 bill just for the consultations and MRI scans they're going to do on it, and then he's going to need to pay for medication afterwards. They take the pay these days, vets like, do they just charge what they just charge what any figure that they like these days. It's scandalous. Anyway, for the right rave, haven't I? I'm trying to think of something funny to say, but I can't. Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here. So hopefully I'll see you soon if I'm still alive, because I think there's a good chance I'll be going back to a hospital and maybe be getting kept in, but we'll see. Right, so until next time, guys, jazz hands from a very, very windy northeast. Love yous all millions and loads. Catch us next time. Mwah. Bye for now. Mwah.